too much. I'm talking too much. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cannabis Closet podcast. We're going to give everybody a few moments to get into the comments and get into the room. We have an amazing show today. We have amazing guests today. It's going to be a fantastic day. Welcome to June. Finally, we're in summertime.
I'm still spring up here, but yeah, summertime.
I mean, a little bit. It's a little more. There's like not a chill in the air, but like I can tell it's not as warm as it has been in the past.
Our flowers are just starting to bloom. Awesome. It snowed on Monday, so
it's crazy, and I'm trying to move up there. It's just up that way. It's just crazy. Yeah. Hi. We see all of our guests in the green room. If you guys want to chit chat amongst each other or ask us any questions before we get you on screen, there's a little private chat area there that you can use. Thank you for joining us, and we will have you on screen shortly. But we got to get some business out of the way. So, what business do we have to attend to? First of all, I'm pretty sure that I completely forgot to do the disclaimer on our last show. I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly certain that I did not do it. And we have a lot to disclaim. Some people might get offended by like language or topics or whatever the case may be. So we just want to warn you that you are about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet podcast with Canna Queen and MJ. I'm Canna Queen. She's MJ. This is an adult content show with no limitations on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of the hosts, their guests, and their subsidiaries. If you aren't sure, don't worry. We'll tell you. Or you can just take a good look at our faces. Generally speaking, they'll tell you before we do. It's time to get this session started. So thanks for rolling up and showing up. And let's get this show started.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just I think my posts are not going through. I feel like they're just like straight to no, you don't get to post anything.
What's up next? We see you in the comments.
Hey, next.
So we're just gonna touch on this for a moment, but apparently the big news on social media is that Johnny Depp won the defamation suit. So I guess him and Amber Heard sued each other. He sued her first because she put out this op-ed in the Washington Post after their divorce. I think it was Washington Post. And then this is just what I've seen today. I have I have not followed this at all. This is what I saw today or heard today on like some show I was watching. He sued her for $5 million, I want to say, and she countersued for like 10 mil. And then the trial happened, right? And then there's lots of funny, stupid little memes about it and little gaffes from the council and everything that were kind of funny. We learned that she shit the bed, so that's crazy. Like that's I'm sorry. That was the only interesting thing that happened to me. I was like, I'm sorry, what? She did what? Like, first of all, that's grounds for divorce in my house. Unless you have a severe medical condition. That's literally like we're not.
I mean, I guess
that was the goal.
Maybe
too.
there's, I don't know. People are weird.
I don't want to laugh at other people's misfortune. It's kind of hard not to laugh at this kind of clown show that happened, though. Apparently, the reason it was televised is at the request of Johnny Depp because she had lied to him or about him on several occasions. So he was like, let's put it to the test. And in fact, she was caught in several lies, I guess, on the stand. And that's what lost her the case. And then I saw somewhere that they awarded him 15 mil. So I was like, wait, they just took both and they were like, you pay all of it. So that's kind of crazy. But anyways, what I want to say about that the most, the main reason I wanted to bring this up is because what I want to say about that the most is because, oh, is it being weird? It definitely is on Twitch. So I guess Twitch is being weird. Let me know if you guys are having any kind of problems.
I was gonna say, is Facebook being weird too? Because I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. We definitely announced this show, so hopefully you guys can get on. What I was gonna say is though that ladies, hear my voice. This does not diminish your word, like your word, if you choose to report. Okay, this person was shown to have lied, and hopefully societally, I feel like, at least in cases of these types of things, a lot of us have moved forward from our like initial judgment of a situation. And for me, that's in fact what's happened here. I don't see, like, just because she was not truthful in her testimony, or if you want to think it the other way, that she was not believed in her testimony, however you want to consider that, that doesn't, I don't think this particular case puts us a step back, because in fact they were both very toxic and shitty.
I was gonna say, I don't even.
Yeah, they were both. I mean, that is something that this case. I'm not like, hooray, Johnny Depp. Hooray, Johnny Depp, you're a great guy. I'm like, you know, you won a case on defamation, and that in fact happened to you. What's up, Lisa? So I don't know. Anyways, ladies, if you feel like reporting is in like the thing that you want to do, please still do it, and understand that if you need a support system, you got us. We believe you.
Yes, there's always, I mean, and yes,
obviously.
Please.
I mean, a majority of women are not falsely reporting these things. Right? A majority of women are not. A majority are not. They're not reporting.
A majority are not reporting.
Are not reporting them at all. And so, I just want to say that sans like hard evidence to the contrary, which is what we had here. You know, tell your story if that's what you want and need to do. You know, we love you, ladies and gentlemen too, because that does happen to men too.
It does.
It absolutely does. I've seen it in many cases.
There are women in power that take advantage of,
that take hardcore advantage. So I want to go ahead and bring our guests in, but we still want to go over like our little history notes and stuff, because we do have some history to talk about today. But I know Jake has limited time, so we're definitely going to bring Jake in, and then we'll bring the others in momentarily. So let's go ahead and bring Jake in. Hello.
Heyo.
How are you?
I am good. I'm getting ready for a very busy Pride month to start.
Yeah. I've seen all of your events that you're lining up. It's really exciting. Before we get into talking about Aria, and we have some, I want to say we have some pictures and or some of your posters to share too when we get into there. We want to share a little bit of history. It is Pride Month, and Pride started somewhere, like everything. And so do you have those notes, MJ, or?
Yeah, I was just pulling up, I have the notes of Marsha P. Johnson.
This was a post that you posted too, Jake, actually.
Yes. And so we pulled from that, Marsha P. Johnson, and is it Stormé or just Storm?
I believe it's Stormé, I believe. Stormé, I think that's the way it's pronounced. I could be wrong though, but I believe it's Stormé.
But it does sound French, because it is De La Verre is her last name. And so I went ahead and pulled up notes on them, and how they're how it's noted of their beginning. So first, Marsha P. Johnson. I think a lot of our our people are familiar with, but we're hoping that we're reaching an audience to educate and bring more awareness to, again, we are all human, and we all have history. We are the history of our nation. And so because we have to highlight others so that other people recognize them, that's why we're here.
White people, so that white people recognize them.
So I'm just going to read directly from, this is from New York History or nyhistory.org. And then I'll move forward. So I'm going to just abbreviate. So she was born August 24th, 1945 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. She was identified as male at birth. However, when she was young, she enjoyed wearing girls' clothing. After she was sexually assaulted by a boy, she stopped wearing those clothes she loved and felt most comfortable in. And it wasn't until she moved to New York City with $15 and a bag of clothes that she began dressing most exclusively in women's clothing. She adopted the full name Marsha P. Johnson. The P stood for Pay It No Mind. And this was her life motto in response to questions about her gender. And so, she's noted as a trans woman, but during her lifetime, transgender was not commonly used. Marsha described herself as a gay person, a transvestite, and a drag queen. She used she, her pronouns. And so she's part of the growing community that for the LGBTQ youth who sought acceptance in New York City in the 1950s and 60s because the people's rights were strictly limited. Dancing with a person of the same sex as well as cross-dressing was illegal. And this isn't very long ago, y'all. Like,
I was going to say, still in some places, this can be, yeah.
And so, it was difficult. It goes on to say it was difficult for her to find work. She realized the fastest way was to make money was to hustle. And she was working as a sex worker. And due to the stigmatization of sex workers, she was incredibly dangerous and still is, even though we're finding safer and safer avenues, I think, hopefully for our women that choose this profession. So she was often alone. It just, dealing with danger and putting herself in that she was even shot at one point. So she spent a lot of her time without a home. She slept in hotel rooms, restaurants, movie theaters. And this goes on to talk more about her relationship and friendship with Sylvia Rivera, a Puerto Rican trans woman who is also new to New York, and they talk about their friendship. So this is a whole story on her, and I didn't realize how long it was because there's a lot to say about her. And certainly check out the NewYorkHistory.org. Of course, she has a Wikipedia page too.
Can we share that in the, try to remember to share that in the Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys can go and read the whole article on her because she sounds fascinating.
She's phenomenal. She was an amazing person. Without her, we wouldn't be where we are today. So
that's true.
Marsha P. Johnson is a huge, like the trailblazer to me for the queer community. So, like I said, if she wouldn't have thrown that first brick, then who knows where we would be right now, still to this day. So
tell our audience what that's about, because some people may not know what happened and how it went down.
Yeah, so I think you mentioned it in the article. So back in New York City, you used to have to wear 3 pieces of clothing that affirmed your gender assigned at birth. And so Stonewall Inn was a huge LGBTQ plus establishment in New York City. It was one of the only places where queer people could go and be themselves and, not have to worry. And the cops would regularly go in there and harass and arrest people on a regular basis because people just trying to live their lives and be who they are. And it just wasn't appropriate or or cool with the law or whatever. And so I believe it was June 28th of I don't want to get the date wrong. It was 1969, I believe. They were just kind of fed up of being harassed and abused and made fun of and taken advantage of. And so they said enough was enough. And Marsha threw that first brick. And then Stormé threw that first punch that really started the Stonewall riots, which went until, I believe, the first week of July. It was a whole week of them just rioting and kind of just being tired and sick of the system. And people like Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, you know, ended up becoming huge beacons of hope for that community and created different nonprofits and establishments to help educate and help advance the queer community that is homeless, that is taken advantage of. So without them, they really laid the blueprint for, you know, a lot of what we have today.
Right.
So always, you know, there would be no pride without trans POC women. So yeah.
Yep. That is very true.
And she covers like 3 out of our, I think, 4 history moments.
Oh yeah, she's a badass, and it's unfortunate that she was, you know, she was murdered, and they still don't even know who, you know, her killer and things like that. And it's just sad that
they didn't really investigate too hard either.
No, God,
because
no.
They did not care.
No, they don't. It was, you know, it was.
Yeah. She was a troublemaker.
It was a black trans woman, you know, murdered. They didn't care, but.
And who was a troublemaker.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just sad that someone who did so much for our community, that's the way that her, you know, her legacy had to end. But I'm glad that we only think about the good parts of Marsha P. Johnson and the great things that she did for our community and not, you know, the unfortunate aspects of it. So this month, just, you know, all I can say to queer people, non-queer people, just educate yourself as much as you can. Like, it's no one in the queer community's job to educate you. There are so many resources online that you can learn about the Stonewall riot. You can learn about Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera. And, you know, this is the time of year, this is the time to do that and really show that you care about your queer community and the people around you.
I want to say all the time is the time to do that. We're highlighting definitely this month. We're going to highlight as much as possible because, again, people need a month to highlight others. So I was going to say some people will say, and they say it all the time about others, well, why are you throwing bricks?
Yeah.
Right? Some people will say, why are you throwing punches at the authorities? But the reason is because they were violent for no reason.
Yeah.
Is like
violence begets violence.
To me, it sounds like self-defense tactics. To me,
oh yeah. I mean, I've always been it's violence begets violence. If you only give, there's only so much
you can do to a person or to people before.
There's only so much love and understanding you can give until it just gets to the point where it's like enough is enough.
I feel like the same people who would ask that question would also be the same people who snap on an instant and then be like, you made me snap. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
totally. That's totally.
So,
behavior there.
But yes, please go and learn more, and we will try to share as much as possible because Jake's right. It is not the responsibility of the community, be it the LGBTQ community, Black community, brown people, Asian people, is not their responsibility to educate you. There are lots of resources out there. If you are so fortunate and so lucky to have somebody in your life who does choose to educate you, please shut your mouth and listen to what they have to say.
Mm-hmm.
That is important.
Yes.
What's up? Welcome. So I don't have anything to be angry about, except, America is just infuriating, but generally speaking, I can't generalize that, or I can't narrow that down. It's just super general. So I just want to jump right into, to Aria Pettyone. I want to jump right in. You just had your 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, my big monthly show had its 1-year anniversary. Yeah, so my show had its 1-year anniversary. So that was last May. So we made it a 1 year at this establishment doing our show. So it's really exciting. It was really awesome. Had a really great piece written about me in the Durango Herald too, and had another great sold out show. And can't ask for anything more in life.
I love how the community is embracing you.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. I mean, I've seen the articles. I've seen the shows give. I mean, I've not been able to make shows because they get sold out so fast.
That's true.
The community they love you. They love you first because I've watched you since you were at Fort Lewis, and And so I've watched you kind of evolve into where you are now. I've also seen you like, we've had drag shows, here and there, and we've had support for the community, but this is different. This is
Yeah.
something I've never seen for Durango. It's exciting. I've when I was at Fort Lewis graduating at Fort Lewis at 2013, I said, and I still say, that I want to see, and I want to maybe open myself. If I don't do it, I'm not stepping on nobody's fucking toes.
Yeah.
But I want to see a gay bar in Durango. I want to see a quality, sure, bar,
Yeah.
but like really in tune with LGBTQ culture.
Yeah.
As opposed to like cis culture.
Oh yeah.
So I've always wanted that. I've been wanting that since before 2013. I talked about it all through my time at Fort Lewis. And it's something I would love to see happen. I, of course, don't know how I'm gonna make that happen if it's me, because funding. But
Radio's not cheap, girl.
but I would love to see something like that. So I love that the community has embraced our Aria and by extension, of course, well, Jake, and by extension Aria, I guess. Where was she? Okay, so you kind of touched on this last time you were on the show, but where was she born of?
Aria was kind of just born out of the idea I was just going to do drag one time for my friend for their Halloween show, and I kind of just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I didn't want to just be like a pretty girl. I wanted to be, something a little bit different, because I'm like, it's drag. It's really out there. It's really expressive. So I really wanted to be a little bit more out there. And so it was around the time everyone was talking about bum rushing Area 51. And it was like Game of Thrones final season was airing. So Aria, Stark, and I think like the song like Life on Mars by David Bowie came on TV. And I'm just like, why have I never seen a drag performer do this song? It's such a good song. And then I'm just like, Aria, and I'm just like, oh, there's something here. I'm finding it. I'm grabbing it. And it's kind of what just happened. Yeah. Oh my God, that's my first time. That's hilarious. Yeah, that was my very first time in drag. I was so bearded, and all I did was just paint my face green and do a little bit of contour. And I attached like the goggles from like this alien sunglasses. We broke them off and attached them to a morph suit. So it looked like I had like the alien eyes. And then my hair is just a hula skirt that we wrapped around my man bun, and when I had my long hair and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I remember like this was just for me, like, was a lot of fun, and just like it was like one of those like bucket list things as like a queer person. Like I did drag once, and it was a lot of fun, and and honestly, it just I just got really lucky to have people reach out after this, and I did shows with like Fort Lewis College and Identity Inc. down in Farmington, New Mexico, and then Starlight Lounge reached out to me about wanting to do like a weekly drag like event. And so we figured out like drag trivia night, and that's been going on for end of June will be 2 years. Yeah, 2 years that we've been doing trivia now. And then I've just been able to do my shows, and I've gotten like to be able to travel so much now and go out to like I have a monthly residency in Telluride now.
Look at this evolution, you guys.
Right? I know. So different. I love it. No, I was actually when you asked me to send pictures, it was funny. I was like looking through them, and I was like, wow, I haven't looked at like my old pictures in so long. So I was like, wow, I really have like changed like a lot. Like it really has been a big step up, and it's like it's fun to look back and see for sure. Totally, and because October will be 3 years that I've been doing Aria, so
nice.
It's crazy, but yeah, no, it's been fun.
I don't want to, disillusion anybody. Durango's had, a drag scene.
Yeah.
I want to call it a scene in parentheses.
Yeah.
For some time now. I remember back when I was going to school up at the fort, I would try to attend every one that they would announce for any of the special events or anything. Yeah. But it was like few and far between. I think Durango had to grow into this space, and now and plus we're like a kind of transient town because we're a college town. So people are coming in and out. I think that we are in this space now where the people that are in are like ready.
Oh
are
yeah,
like,
no,
this is what I want. This is what I get at home. I want something like this here.
Yeah.
This, you know, and
That's
why
really
can't we
that's
have
what I
it?
tell people. I mean, especially because of COVID too. So many people move from like cities to like these smaller mountain towns. You're like, oh, I can work remotely. I don't have to live in a big city anymore. I can move to these small towns, and they still want like these big city amenities. So like they look for like drag shows or drag events or just like weekly events to do in general, or hell, even monthly events. So I think I think
fun and different.
Yeah, and I just think you know it's also like just a generational thing too. I think, you know, like
I agree.
Things like RuPaul's Drag Race being really mainstream, the show We Are Here on HBO becoming super mainstream. It was just like, to me, really, I think it's really just right now we are in like the I think like the height of drag. Like, so I think right now, I think a lot of us are just like, we got to ride that wave while it's like here before it, you know, starts going down. So I think for right now,
do you think there is going to be a down? I
don't think for like a while, because I really think this younger generation is really embracing drag and like a very high level, more than like my generation was and stuff like that. Because you already have, I mean, I've had so many youth reach out to me, like 16-year-olds, like their parents reaching out to me, being like, how do I get my kid involved in this? Like, how do they do this? So I definitely think this next generation, oh my God, support. I've had so many supportive parents. Yeah, all these amazing ally and supportive parents have been so great. It's been so refreshing as like someone who's 30 years old, grew up queer. You know, I didn't come out till I was 21, but like to have like some parents come up to me and bring their like 10-year-old come up to me, and their 10-year-old's like, I'm a bisexual, and I'm just like, that's freaking awesome. Like, I love that you can say that. Like, and your parents are here, and like your mom's wearing a free mom hug shirt, and I'm just like, yeah, it's like, so yeah, like it's just, I think just like this new generation is just so queer and so open and so free to be themselves. Like, I think the generation that of like the parents that are in my generation right now are doing a really amazing job of like supporting, because I think they saw a lot of their queer friends struggle and, you know, fight with, you know, their feelings and stuff like that. And I think a lot of our friends have been able to, like, a lot of our straight, you know, our cis hetero friends have been able to see us struggle, and they don't want that same struggle for their kids. They want to be what we didn't have as a kid. And I've been really just overwhelmed with like the love and support that the parents have for this new generation of youth coming up. It's been so refreshing. It makes me just like, okay, cool. Like, things are changing, and it's like moving in the right direction. So, and
Kelly, I don't think many Gen Xers are duds. I think a majority of us are very, very open-minded. I mean, a majority of my peers, you know, because Kelly's saying I don't, you know, not all Gen Xers are duds. Some of them are, though. Some of them are. But I feel like the Gen Xers who are raising the youth now and who are like brothers and sisters to the millennials are also raising our youth right now too.
Yeah.
I think that that struggle to be able to be open with their parents, what you're saying is we don't want that with our kids.
Exactly. So I think it's been really great. And like I said, you know, being a big green drag queen helps somebody in a way, then I'm doing my job, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
you're doing, yes.
The green is fantastic. It is I feel like it's really made you stand out. You know, because you're right, nobody's done like an alien drag queen. I've never seen an alien. I mean, somebody may have, but I've never seen it on a regular basis. You're really committed to this. This is a lot of makeup.
I think once I figured out the character, once I think I saw like the response to Aria too, just from like people, especially like just like this like just like adults or kids, just like everyone's kind of response to Aria is that like some people, I just love when people think that she's like a real, you know, alien from outer space. I've gotten that a lot. People are like, what? Especially kids always think that Aria is real, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, I think it's just I really found what works for me, and I think, you know, I want to keep evolving and playing around and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be one note, but I think for right now, people really love just, you know, Aria, and they love the big green bitch. So, you know, I got to give it to them.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think yeah, you just play around with Aria's style, but
Yeah.
Aria as a character is
Yeah.
fantastic. It's a
Do you-
fantastic little niche.
Do you mind if I show some of your pictures from Facebook?
Yeah, sure. Of
Okay,
course.
I'll try to. I have to be very careful about where I scroll.
I want to say thank you to our guests. We are going to bring you in just a moment, so thank you for your patience. Yeah, let's see some of those.
This one picture that I'm getting ready to share.
Let's see. Oh God, I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at.
You're like nervous now.
I'm like, what are we looking at now? No.
Let me see if I can get it up here.
Yeah, the drag scene's absolutely popping, and so
yeah, it's been really. I get so excited when I see because I just been because even in the like I said, trivia will be going on for 2 years in June. So we've been having kind of like a steady scene for like almost 2 years now. So it's been really great to see people who started like when the scene started and to see them now. And I'm always just like, that's why I love putting on the shows and I love being able to like sit there and like still be in the crowd and like watching their performances. Cause like, I just get so like almost like I don't know, I guess like mom proud in a little bit some ways. I'm just like everyone is always like stepping up and working so hard and like I don't know, it makes me really happy. I love it.
got an invite to Oklahoma.
If you ever travel in OKC, let me know. I'd love to see Kelly. I will let you know if I get to OKC for sure.
Yes.
I would love to get out. I love to travel. I'm a big girl. I like to travel. Oh yay, that's cute. That's a good one. I'm okay with that.
That's a great one.
I love everything.
Look, the alien you want to date. Look at the booty.
That booty, though. Oh, girl. I think those are my old pads, too. Those are my I slimmed down just a little bit, so proportionized a little bit better, because that's a big old booty there, girl.
It's a great booty.
It's a good one, though. You could put a fucking, like, cafeteria tray on that and just eat your lunch, girl.
Perfect. Roll a blunt on that.
Right, girl? Yeah.
Yes. Did you see that picture of Rihanna rolling a
on her
I think one posted it
probably.
She's rolling a blunt on her security guard's head while she was like sitting on his shoulders.
No, Rihanna is like one of Aria's inspirations for sure.
She's a Pisces, holla.
Right, I love Rihanna. Rihanna has always been like my like queen of queens when it comes to like music and stuff. So Rihanna's always been like that's the kind of attitude I like to have as Aria, like that, like I don't give a fuck, like bad bitch attitude, but I'm still like approachable and really nice. Like I still try to like I really try to make it a point at like every show or every event to like I feel like a manager sometimes of a restaurant. Like I gotta touch every table and like talk to everyone and make sure they're doing it.
Give everybody some attention.
Yeah, I really do try to like give people like, you know, when I'm Aria, I really try to give everyone as much of me as I really can.
Yeah. I mean, you're in customer service at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's my business.
Entertainer.
So yeah. I tell everyone if you don't network and get your business out there, you know, you're not going to be successful. You know.
Right. So tell us, we have some guests waiting in the waiting room. So tell us about our guests. I'll bring them on as you introduce them.
Yeah. So these are two of my most consistent workers, I would say. And what's really exciting about them is that they're really trying to build up the scene in Farmington, New Mexico. So I have Electrify and Divivai from Farmington, New Mexico joining us. Okay. And yeah, they've just been working on kind of creating the scene down there. Oh, they're on Panic Spectrum. There they are.
Yeah, we got Aluna here too.
Miss Aluna Del Rey is there too. There's Miss Divivai.
Hello, hello.
So these are a bunch of the people here down in Farmington that have kind of, you know, saw what I was doing and are kind of doing the same thing down there and kind of trying to create a scene and bring the queer community together down there. And then they're also planning Pride for Farmington, just like I'm doing for Durango and stuff. So I figured they would be some good people to chat with.
Yeah, nice. Well, we'll start with Divivai since you are first on the screen. Tell us about yourself, how you got into drag, and how you know Jake or Aria, if you will.
Alrighty. Yeah, so it was about the time when I was living up in Durango for a little bit. I would go out to the bars and I saw this drag queen having a promo night, ergo Aria Pettyone. So I saw her having promo nights for trivia nights for Thursdays at Starlight, and I asked her, like, how do I get into all this and everything? And like, I was super curious, and she was just like, yeah, come to some of the shows, show that you support and stuff like that, come and drag. And The first time I did, I looked a mess, but I showed up, and I showed up to all the shows in drag and everything, and then she finally gave me my first booking in August, I think, of 2020. So I'm about 2 years into it almost. So yeah, Aria actually gave me my first gig, and I got to know them that way. And she introduced me into her house of Pettyone, so she is my drag sister currently.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, please
Yes.
explain that to who wants to explain that to
I can kind of explain the drag families if you want. So drag families are kind of just like it's like chosen families. It's just you just kind of bring in people that you like respect, that you want to work with, that you want to help build up, that you kind of see like a little bit of the same passion that you had, and like you see that kind of in them as well. So it's just kind of like, you know, just putting people around you that have the same energy and the same kind of drive as you. So I think
I know a little bit.
And Panic Spectrum can talk about that as well too.
I know a little bit about it because I watched on repeat Tu Wong Fu like
Oh,
a
yeah, there you go.
times, and so I kind of knew the concept. But I definitely am thankful that you explained it. So Panic Spectrum, who is
Hi,
that?
I'm Aluna Del Rey, and
Okay.
I'm part of Panic Spectrum, obviously. And I've been doing drag for about 5 years now. And I actually just found, this group with Electra actually about in October of last year, and like just Jake was saying, this is my chosen family. Like we're like-minded. We have the same dream, same passion, same drive, and it's better to surround yourself with those kind of people so you can lift each other up.
I feel
sure.
very envious right now because I feel like y'all have important dinners together.
Oh, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel.
Amazing dinners. I'm like, I want to.
We have our
They have more important blunts together, I'm pretty sure.
I love that. I love that. So, do y'all do drag here in Durango as well, or?
Yeah, and I'm Electrify, and yeah, I started. It'll be 6 years in October. I first started in Southern California with my drag, and I moved back here during the pandemic, and I started my own online show and stuff, and like around June of 2020, and actually donated to a lot of Black Lives Matter organizations with those shows and stuff, and Transgender Law Center and everything. And then I was like online looking, like putting it on Farmington Pride page, and she actually reached out, and then I found out there were shows going on in Durango, and I'm like, what the heck? I grew up here a long time ago, like 12 years ago, and I did not know about any of that. Like,
Because it wasn't
awesome.
happening.
Yes, I
it
wanna
wasn't.
go.
Yeah, it wasn't
And I
happening
just showed
like
up
that.
and
12
saw
years ago.
Aria, and then she started booking me, and we just started working together, building each other up.
I love this.
Oh, this is so awesome. I do love to hear this.
Yeah,
So-
I'm one of the more frequently both Farmington and Durango performers, so I perform both equally, fairly,
Was meeting Aria DeBebe, was meeting Aria your first experience doing drag yourself?
Yeah, actually it was. That was when she actually gave me my very first drag show and was like giving me tips and stuff on like makeup, and so that was my very first show and when I got started. So I'm a baby queen.
Nice. And so but is this something that you had been wanting to do for a while? Like, is something that was driving you to go do drag, like entertain in that way?
So like the very first time I was like actually introduced to drag, I was watching TV and I saw RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was like, okay, so what is this? It's like, I know, like everybody looks so elegant, everybody looks so beautiful and stuff like that. I think it was around the time of Sasha Velour's season, and I just got curious about it. And one time I was going out and happened to stumble upon a drag queen, and I was like, oh, hey, how do I get started? Like, I want to try this. Like,
Nice.
it seems like fun.
Yeah, it was fate.
That's amazing. So I just want to tell each and every one of you that drag queens always like almost exclusively and without fail, make me feel like I need to do more leg exercises.
Right? Oh gosh.
You just need to commit to wearing heels on like a couple hours a day. Just commit to wearing heels a couple hours. I know it's hard in Durango to commit to wearing heels every
There's
couple
no reason
It's
to wear
even
heels
worse in Vail. You wear heels in Vail, and you're like, where are you going? Like, there, you got to be going.
No, I tell everyone I wear heels probably more than any woman in Durango at this point.
You do. You definitely do.
My favorite's like all these girls like, look at my nice chacas and my tivas, and I'm like, that's cute.
I'm wearing chacos right now.
Right? I mean, hey, I live in my tivas if I could.
Okay, so whoever wants to go first, how did y'all get into the drag scene? Like, what was your first experience with it?
For me, I actually did my first experience was actually in Farmington, New Mexico, and it was at the Toda Theater, and I got the opportunity just offered to me, and I was like, yes, I really want to do this, because I've always wanted to be a performer, and I just didn't know what I was good at, because I always wanted to be a singer but never really was good at it. So I found drag, and
I feel you.
The rest was history when I got that first show in Farmington. And and it's really nice that it's like a full circle for me that we're actually doing shows here in Farmington and actually planning Pride for Farmington too. So it's just a really
how is the climate in Farmington for drag and for Pride?
Right now we're seeing a lot of support actually from the community, and just people just sound like they're excited. But we do sometimes get some, you hate here and there, but honestly the love is so more overwhelming the hate. So it's no big deal.
It's a mere 45 minutes from Durango, but like literally it's a whole different vibe.
For real, it really is. It's just, there's that vibe.
But there's so many people here that just don't have an area for this. Here, and we're just giving them that safe place. Most of our shows are all ages, and so we're giving it to giving the queer youth the area for them to feel comfortable and be themselves.
I love that. I'm giving all my ideas away, because I swear if somebody does this before me, I will support you tenfold. But I wanted to kind of call it like an equilibrium or something like that, like an equality bar, call it that. Like, hey, everybody's welcome here, but don't be an asshole. And then have like a couple nights like in the middle of the week. We used to do this in the 80s and 90s, so I don't know if some communities still do this, but I haven't like really seen where this is a thing where there are like youth nights at adult spots where normally they would serve alcohol, but they don't serve alcohol, and you have to be 18 or younger. So it's like a youth night. I think it was like 17 or younger, honestly, but I wanted to do something like I want to do things like that, so that, because that is the big, more parents are being supportive, but we still don't have spaces that are just, not targeting cisgender people. Honestly, like most spaces are for people who are cisgender.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I just felt like, because of that, and because unfortunately, and we've already given our warning for the show, so you guys know adult content here, but unfortunately LGBTQ youth have a really high suicide rate, and it's because of the lack of acceptance either in their home or in their community. And so I don't think that that's a huge, I wouldn't know, because I don't experience it and I don't deal with it, but I'm not sure if it's a huge necessity, I guess, in Durango to have that. But I mean, Durango in and of itself also has high rates amongst the youth in general, just generally the youth in Durango. So I wonder if that is necessary, if there's like, on the outside we look, yay, like we're so accepting of everybody, but then we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's important that's why it's important that we keep putting on events and stuff like that. Things like isolation and not feeling like you have a community are reasons why people do end up taking their lives and stuff like that. So I think it's really important that we keep putting on events and we keep showing people that, especially showing our youth, that, you know, you can grow up and be a successful, happy, queer adult. So I think it's important that we show them that there are, like, you know, different levels of what it means to be like happy and what it means to be like successful as an adult and stuff like that. Because I mean, like I said, I don't think a lot of us have that opportunity. So I think it's important that we give it to the youth that are coming up now.
Just in general, if you can hear my voice, just in general, happiness looks different on you than it does on other people. And what I mean by that is, don't let society tell you what you're supposed to want to be happy, what's supposed to make you happy. Don't let society tell you that, because I stopped letting society tell me that, and I am extremely happy.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm over
yeah,
the
and that's
fucking
why
moon.
at our shows and stuff, we like to talk about like mental health, and that it's important to focus on your own mental health and everything, and take care of yourself.
Agreed. Yeah, we want to break down that stigma of, you know, about not talking about it. We want to talk about it and just let people know that it's normal to have these feelings and these problems inside.
And even though we look good and doing all great up on stage, we still deal with lots of problems too.
Oh, definitely.
And it's okay.
Right, you're
Everybody
still human.
does.
You are
Yeah,
human.
yeah.
I mean, just
It is the human condition, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I've definitely come on here crying before, at least once. Like you know, and I've had people say, you know, like, you know, I look happy or whatever, but I feel like both of us, I think, are very transparent about mental health and the importance of taking care of yourself first. It's really important. You guys know, you in the comment section, you guys know we end every show with take care of yourself and put your mask on before assisting others, because it's so important. But having said that too, I don't want to take away from the fact that I totally understand, you know, having to listen to somebody tell you something every single day and it driving you crazy. I mean, I can empathize with you. Trust me on that. But you are worth more here, and that will not be forever. And you do have support. You do. If you just reach out, I promise you have support. If you can hear my voice right now, you have support. I promise you that. So, I mean, I just want to put that. It's very important. We're going to put that message out for ever and always, but especially we're going to concentrate on that this month, because that's what we're highlighting as much as possible with our guests and with our subject matter this month. So I appreciate you guys coming on. I know, Jake, you have a busy schedule that you guys are planning on Pride, so I want to just kind of go around the circle real quick, and we're gonna let you guys tell us, guys, gals. I said that as a complete, like, collective.
No worries.
Just apologies for using. But let us know where we can find you, what events you have coming up, and how we can, you know, be just like support.
yeah, follow, share, support, however we can be there for you guys too.
So I'll kind of I guess I'll just go over my whole month, because it's a busy, June is a busy fucking month for me. But I feel like, honestly, as a drag performer, June and October, you're already mentally prepared that those are your busiest months. So it's like, all right, I'm going to be booked. So I am booked pretty much every weekend. So I still have my Thursday trivias every Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30 over at Starlight Lounge here in Durango. Featuring, and we're bringing back the lip sync battle starting this month in June. So lip sync battles will be after trivia, 9:30 to 10:30, or however late they go. And then this coming weekend, if you're in the Salida Arc Valley area, I'll be performing at Salida Pride this coming weekend. Riverfront Park, 7 to 9 p.m. this Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Sunday. The weekend after that, I have my monthly brunch in Telluride on the, what day is that? Hold on. I don't know my life.
They love you.
Right. Telluride's so much fun. I love Telluride. Shout out Telluride. On January 12th, I have my monthly brunch, drag me to brunch, or drag over easy on the 12th, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the Mountain Lodge and Telluride. You can make reservations on their website. Do it quick. It's going to fill up really fast. Bring up some great performers from Durango. And then I won't talk about the following weekend. I'll let Electrify and Divivi and all them talk about the third weekend of June because that's Farmington stuff. But Durango stuff. So Durango Pride, or Four Corners Alliance for Diversity, unfortunately postponed Pride here in Durango until September because Pride is all year round. You don't really need to do Pride just in June. Pride can be whenever the hell you want it to be. But Durango loves Pride. They love celebrating Pride Month. So I kind of just put it upon myself to put on some Pride events. So from June 23rd to June 27th here in Durango, you can show your Pride at numerous events. On the 23rd, we have a Pride Trivia Night featuring some special guest drag performances. On June 24th, it's our Pride Dance at the Garage from 9 to close. It's a 21 plus event. On the 25th, we have Show Your Pride, which is the flyer up right now. We have Show Your Pride, my monthly show with Planet Petty. Doors open at 6:30. Show is 7:30 to 9:30. Featuring my special guest, my good friend from Phoenix, Miss Lawanda Wakanda. Co-hosted by my good friend, local drag king Chad.
Pause.
Yeah, sorry.
Because that might be new to some people.
Yeah.
So we have drag kings now.
Yes.
Probably have always had that, but
yeah.
not as popular, not in the past as popular, but I have seen Chad perform.
Oh yeah, we have a couple. I mean, I have a drag son. I have Chode Malone, my drag son. We have Dixa Plenty. We have Chad. Dutch Dangle just moved out of town, but we had Dutch Dangle there for a while. We have some other people who are interested in being a drag king that have reached out to me. So no, it's amazing. I love seeing the explosion of drag entities. I just told them they all need to just need different names. They all have dick names, and then I can't put them in family-friendly shows with all these dick names. So.
In fairness, though, if men could name themselves.
Oh, totally. I mean, if I could name myself, who knows what the hell I would name myself Aria Pettyone. There you go. But yeah. So Chad is one of our they moved back to the area. They're one of our more consistent drag king performers here, and they always put on a really great show. That's on June 25th. We still have some tables available. We're about 50% filled. I just announced ticket sales today. So if you're interested, message me on Facebook or Instagram, Aria Pettyone.
It is the place to be, you guys. If there is a drag show in Durango, everybody's talking about, did you go to the drag show? I'm like, no, shit. I need to get tickets before they sell out. So yeah. It is the place to be. I love it so much.
It's the tea in town. It's a fun time. Everyone has like you said, Planet Petty is always a blast. Everyone always has a really great time. Absolutely. I think it's fun when newcomers come and they don't know what they expect, and then they leave and they're like, "Oh my god, that was so much fun!" And exactly,
it's fantastic.
So that's the 25th.
So I know that. I mean, you're always followed by like an entourage of people. So the love is real.
I know. I love my people. I love my supporters. I'm really blessed and privileged to do what I get to do here in Durango. Mm-hmm. So. I do not take it for granted ever. Trust me, I really love doing it. So I have 2 more events that week. So then June 26th, we're going to be doing an all ages, family friendly, like Pride River hangout at Memorial Park in Durango. So just bring your picnic, bring some blankets, bring some river floaty shit, and just come hang out and have a good time. And then on the 27th, we have a come out to comedy Pride night with Emma Z. She's a local comedian. She hosts a Monday open mic night. She does a different special show the last Monday of the month. So that Monday is June 27th. She'll be doing open mic from 8 to 9, and then we'll be doing a little Pride comedy / drag show from 9 to 11. So come on out and check it out.
That's a lot of stuff. If you could, Send me if you don't mind, send me that list that you're reading off of, and I will make sure that we announce it on future shows as well, so that we'll post this. You know, it always gets posted the day after. As far as the video, I'll share it with you, and you can use it however you need to use it to spread the word, all of you can use it however you need to for that. But I know we have to let you go, so we're gonna let you roll out.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you so much for
thank you guys. Thank you for having me as always. I love hanging out with you guys. Love chit-chatting. Sorry I can't hang out longer. I just got to start packing. I need to figure out my life for this weekend.
You're a busy human being, and we can completely understand.
No worries. Well, I've left you in very good, capable hands with Panic Spectrum and Miss Devivi. So you guys will be in very good hands for the rest of the show.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a good one. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, so Panic Spectrum is. Do you perform together? Is that what? Okay.
We perform together and separate.
Yeah, we're separate, but most times we do perform together.
Yeah, Panic Spectrum has just kind of became a production company where I host my shows. We host our shows under. It's more of a new age art collective showcasing local talent.
Got you.
So Devivi's part of Panic Spectrum because of it, and
she's always in our shows.
Yeah, she's been there for most of our shows.
So sort of like Jake is Planet Pettyone has like people that Aria is like the big sister to, or however, is similar to that situation, kind of similar to that, like a collective of artists.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, like Panic Spectrum presents, and then all of
the umbrella.
Yeah, I love that. Where did the name Panic Spectrum come from?
When we were coming up with it, like we said, we're all aware of like our mental health and everything, and we know we all deal with stuff differently and stuff, and so we all panic before shows and stuff differently. So it's just every spectrum of the panic.
In different ways. Yeah.
I love it. It's perfect.
That's really great.
It perfectly describes my life. I feel like we're on the panic spectrum right now.
Right.
I love that. That's amazing. And Devivi, where was Devivi, the name Devivi, born?
So I always used to be called by my little nieces and nephews growing up, Vi and stuff like that. And I looked it up, and Vi actually means go in Portuguese. So I'm the go-go dancer. So I'm like the Vi.
I'm loving it. The creativity. Yes. We apologize that we don't have pictures of you. But if you did share some with us, we would absolutely make sure that they're posted onto our Facebook. So y'all have some events coming up in Farmington?
Yes. So actually, starting off on the 4th is going to be a lip sync battle at No Worries that me and Electrify will be competing in. So
what is it LL Cool J that hosts that show? Who hosts that show?
Kind of like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not too sure.
Is it kind of like that where you guys like come out and so are you doing, is it the lip sync battle is going to be in drag, I'm assuming, as your drag personalities?
Yes, okay. We will be in our drag, and there will be other local competitors, whoever. They don't have to compete in drag, but a lot of people pull a lot of crazy stunts out and stuff, so it's a good show. If you look at No Worries, you can find the tickets there and stuff like that. Just message them. After that will be the 9th of June. I have a guest host over at Planet Petty with Aria Pettyone. It's the Thursday trivia. And after that is going to be my Pride Kickoff, my brand new show coming up here in Farmington.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes, so I'm really excited about that. So Aluna Del Rey as well as Electrify will be performing. I do have a local drag king going to be performing with us as well. And
Listen,
it's going to be,
I love the idea of a drag king. I mean, I'm halfway there.
Yes,
Oh,
please share
yes.
any flyers or social medias, and we'll make sure to share it to our page as well.
I want to do it.
Oh, yes,
I was
definitely.
just thinking, I was like, you should
I dress
totally.
very
I think you
masculine
would.
sometimes anyways.
Oh,
So
yeah, and I could definitely give you some makeup tips and stuff. Like,
oh, thank you.
And
I would
we'll-
love makeup tips from a drag queen. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, it's 4:20 on the West Coast. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes.
Yes.
Light them if you got them,
Yep.
or if you don't. I
because
mean, you don't have to.
you like to do stand up, but you don't necessarily want to do that in your hometown. You know,
because I got jokes about my own
you're-
life.
Yeah,
and it's a
yeah.
small town.
So I feel like that would just give you opportunity.
It's funny
for your
because
personality, your other personality, your other side.
I say that, but then I also post my stand, like when I've done it in the past, I've posted it. So I don't even know. I just feel like the actual like people that I know eyes on me would be like,
how do y'all feel about that? Like if
Bitch,
either
I'm
your
funny.
hotels and building this up,
how does that work?
How does the outwardly, promoting to your community that is not your your immediate community.
Oh yeah. So with promoting, like especially promoting my brand new show that I have, for kicking off Pride, because it's going to be a 3-day event with us. It's because the local queens here have created the little Pride celebration for Farmington. But I've printed off posters and flyers and stuff like that. I share on social media. I've been going into businesses and stuff to try and promote as much as we can. So it could be a good turnout and we make it known that everybody's welcome and we provide an inclusive space, and it's all here for respecting each other and just celebrating who you are. So yeah, so that'll be the 16th, and then the 17th will be Electrify's show. So I'll let her go ahead and talk about that.
Yes. So yeah. Did you say where that was at? Dino's?
Oh yeah, it'll actually be at Dino's Hideaway Bar here in Crouch Mesa. The address is going to be posted on my social media as well as on the flyers. My social media is Levi Aguilar, or look up Devivi. I have a Facebook page, or _Vivi for Instagram.
I'm going to send a message to Jake and ask him to collect that information so that we can share it on our social media. So we can make sure we get it, because we want people to support those shows for sure that are in the area.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share it locally. So yeah.
Awesome.
And then
so starting from my month, tomorrow I will be at Starlight in Durango with Aria for trivia. And then, like Vivi said, the lip sync contest and No Worries. And then, of course, Dino's Pride kickoff party. But then on the 17th, we have teamed up with San Juan College here. And we're having an all-age drag show. We're bringing up Miss New Mexico Gay Pride 2022, Tomahawk Martini, and her whole house from Albuquerque, Blackout. They're all performing here at Farmington, and that is on the 17th. There's a meet and greet before. Doors open at 6.
That's
amazing. It's going to be
amazing.
real exciting when we had our meeting today with San Juan College, and yeah, everything looks like it's going to be super fun and colorful. That's all I'm going to say.
I love that.
That's awesome. Please let's again share. Make
Yeah.
sure we have anything that we can share and post on our page as well, promoting the events for you all.
And then on the 18th, that next day, on the Saturday, we are having at Inspired Moments Event Center downtown Farmington. We're having a Pride block party from 7:30 to 10:30 with the drag show. DJ Voss, who performed.
I was about to ask if that was in the morning. I'm so dumb.
No, it'll be
I was like, nobody
DJ
getting up at
Voss,
7:30.
DJ in Durango will be here doing a dance party. There will be raffles and prizes and stuff, and food trucks and everything. So
it's gonna be a fun time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. What weekend is that?
And then that is the 16th through the 18th.
Yeah, I won't.
I was like, you're gonna be gone. I was like, we could make a road trip down, but yet no, you're gonna be making a road trip across.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm heading east for a minute.
And then I don't think Aria forgot to mention this, but before her Pride Week in Durango kicks off on the 22nd, it's a Wednesday, she's having a show in Cortez at the public library.
No, she did not mention that.
It's an all-age show. It's going to be all three of us are in it with Aria, and yeah, it's going to be like under the sea themed.
Aww.
Like all-age drag show at the public library there in Cortez.
It's gonna be
guys.
Awesome.
So okay. So I'm getting into my cards. I'm going through them. I have a question.
Our new best, yes, our new favorite part of the show.
Yeah, you guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. Also, for those of you who listen after the show, check out Spotify, because I've been posting at least one of our questions on the Spotify poll when I've been posting the most recent episodes. So let's see here. What is the question? Would you rather is what we're doing here. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to get a good one that's not too gross, but also not too
not too.
Okay. Audience, feel free to answer this question in the comment section. I would love to know. Here it is. I think me and MJ have talked about this, but I don't think I've asked it publicly. Okay. Would you rather lick every inanimate object you see, or be licked by every living thing you see?
Ooh.
That's not just people, by the way. It's every living thing that you see licks you. Like,
both just sound awful, so it's
I know. It's so hard to just say.
First of all, it would take me forever to get through this room if I had to lick every inanimate object.
Right?
I guess the other way would be a lot quicker.
Yeah, leave the licking responsibility to the others.
Exactly.
I want to be the licker, somebody said.
I mean, yeah, I do put a lot of random things in my random objects in my mouth. But
this is exactly where I want this show to go, everybody.
I mean, let me get in drag first, and we'll see how it goes.
But I would want to clean everything before I put it in my mouth.
See, that's what I'm worried about.
That's the other thing, is like that keeps you very busy. Like,
yeah, do you wipe it off with a Clorox wipe and then lick it? Do you have to lick the Clorox wipe also?
You probably do, actually.
Maybe getting licked by everything is good moisturizer for the skin.
And maybe, maybe you just don't go out in public anymore, and then you don't have to be licked by anything.
Imagine just like performing and everybody licking your arm as you're grabbing the ones from them.
But also, I live with like 3 dogs and a whole nother human. So like,
but you're used to them licking you,
right?
Not all day.
You're not okay with other things licking you.
I guess it says just be licked. It doesn't say that it's like all day that they're going to be licking you. So they're just gonna get one lick in, and then you're good for the day, maybe. Until
then you're good for the rest of your life. They don't ever have to lick you again.
Then I like that option better then.
I'd rather be licked.
I'd rather be licked, yeah.
I
love to test that out.
Just for the record, I would also rather be licked.
Yeah, agreed. I don't
a whole lot. I have.
Yeah, because doing all that licking just would make my jaw tired.
I have needs, is what I'm saying. And
do we get to say where we want to be licked? Is that
we get to say where does the licking happen?
Right.
Can you choose? Yeah.
Like based on the person,
things is you only get to lick here. You can
only person though. That's right. Yeah.
You can lick my arm. You can lick my arm. You sir. Down you go.
Yeah.
You already know.
Look, next.
Next. You miss us, don't you? Next, we haven't had a comment.
Next,
like this in
next
a
acts like
million.
he's never heard us talk about this before. Okay. Okay. One more, and it's gross. What is happening in here?
You missed the good stuff, and now you got the better stuff.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
We were asking. Wow. What is happening is here is would you rather lick every inanimate object you see or be licked by every living thing you see?
You getting the real tea right now.
That's what's happening
This is,
right now.
in the series.
I heard the licking question. Okay. Just to be, I was clearing it up. Somebody asked
Well, you
what was
didn't
happening.
answer. Did
Like,
you? Where? We need.
where
some,
are you on the
additional
licking?
answers?
Where are you on the licking, sir? Would you rather be the licker or the licky?
Licker or licky? Do we have a?
Yes, you. Yes, everybody who's listening, answer the question in the comment section.
We want to know.
This might be the question on Spotify that I'll ask too. Licky, 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 licky. I'm all for being the liquor. Wait, what? I love this human too, by the way. Abigail, we'll have to have you on a Wednesday to talk about your new business. We'll have you on for a little chit chat. You don't have to stay the whole time. This is a Wednesday show, so we're a little bit over, but I'm gonna ask one more question. Before I ask one more question, I guess I should do this so that I don't lose y'all. Just real quick, we're gonna have a word from our sponsors, and then I'm gonna ask you the next would you rather. So prepare yourselves because it's gross. First of all, if you love King Palms like I love King Palms, you can get them for 15% off using code KPTCCPMAY15. So KPTCCP May 15 will get you 15% off. That code is going to be good for infinity or until 100 people use it. So I'm not going to change it again. Just use that until I tell you not to. 15% off. Go to their website and get 15% off. We are now and always brought to you by Queen Kitty Seltzer. Solo.to/Queen Kitty Seltzers, where you can find all of our social media. We are working on our website. We are absolutely going to be having a conversation, hopefully very soon, about distribution. So that we can get retail distribution out to those of you who are not local to us. Queen Kitty Seltzer, pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. It is delicious. It is a 10 milligram CBD seltzer. You can find it in Durango at Magpies. You can find it at Cloud9 Head Shop. You can find it at Taco Libre, Himalayan Kitchen, The Roost. Starlight Lounge also has it, Lively Daycon. And if you visit Aesthetics and Wellness and you need a little calm down before your treatment, grab you a Queen Kitty Seltzer right out of their refrigerator. Queen Kitty Seltzer, if you'd like to know the locations, definitely reach out. We got a couple out near you in Vail.
Yeah. I've got one at Crazy Horse Liquors in Craig, Colorado. Pier 13 Liquors here in Eagleville, Colorado, and Frisco. You've got the Smoke and Bra carrying Queen Kitty Seltzer.
What is the Smoke and Bra? Tell everybody what this is.
They are a amazing little head shop / sex store in Frisco, Colorado, like right in the heart of the mountains.
Brilliant.
And she's an amazing woman. I should get her on the show. She's like
we should.
A Jane of all trades. She's like a hairstylist, a shop owner, a tuxedo shop owner.
Nice.
Like, does it all. She's like sees a need and she's like fills it.
Nice. I love it. I love that. I love her already. We're also in Telluride at the Telluride Eurocart. Go visit Telluride Eurocart, get you a delicious Euro and a Queen Kitty Seltzer. They're carrying all three of our flavors, which are plain, bubblegum, and lemon kiss. Mwah. Yes. And then of course you can reach out to us, the Cannabis Closet Podcast. solo.to/cannabiscloset420 is where you can find all of our social media and ways to reach us. cannabiscloset420@gmail.com. You can find our Discord link in there as well, so come hang out with us in Discord. And if you happen to miss the show on a day and you want to catch up with us, check us out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and anywhere where you listen to your favorite podcast. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Now, this one's gross. And I'm not sure how I feel about either one of these things.
I know.
Okay. Would you rather lick the pus out of a popped zit or lick the grossness out of a busted blister?
Oh gosh.
Blister, because it's more watery.
Yeah, I think the blister is better. Logically, it just seems the better option.
But that just seems like more.
I feel like
fluid.
the zit is smaller. I feel like the zit, it's smaller. It
Like
just,
how-
not,
yeah.
you know, like
But
it's
isn't the
not like
zit
they're
filled with
saying
more,
cyst, they're saying zit, you know, like
Yeah. How did we develop this blister also is
Oh,
a
true.
question, because blisters are different across the board. Blech.
I don't know. It's all bad.
yeah.
But I think we agreed on blister.
I say
He
blister,
said it's
Bill. I
just
stand by
plasma
that.
fluid.
Hmm?
He said oh wait, that's not what I meant, but that's pretty
Kel's
gross.
like, nah. She's like, nope, I'll be disqualified.
It's just what you gonna do about it? Nothing. But this is would you rather. So you gotta
I
pick.
mean,
If you have a would you rather question that you want us to pose to the audience, send us an email, cannabiscloset420@gmail.com. We'd love to hear some, because these cards are going to eventually run out, and some of them are kind of lame. Like there's some lame ones in here that I've just been skipping over.
Give us a lame one, just for
okay.
shits.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Like hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to find something that have a road trip with Donald Trump or OJ Simpson.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, I don't think OJ Simpson is a murderer. I just think he's a liar. So I would have to go with OJ Simpson because I think that Donald Trump is a liar and could potentially be a murderer, and we know that he is actually, in fact, a predator. So I would have to go with OJ on this one.
True.
I would have to go with the juice.
I'm gonna, yes, that's
Maybe that.
sounding.
The juice made the news defending his son is what y'all, the glove didn't fit because it was not his y'all. Okay, I wouldn't have thought of this back when it was happening, but now I'm like, wait, the facts don't add up.
Right.
Would you rather your voice sound like Gilbert Gottfried? May he rest wherever he's resting. And I don't know, I never liked him, but I mean, I hope he's resting in peace. I really do. I don't want to wish any ill. Or Fran Drescher, who MJ has pointed out on several occasions that's not her actual real voice, but we're talking nanny Fran Drescher. So we're clear.
I would pick Fran, like I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, because I would use that voice for so many things, and also for drag too. Oh my god! Yes.
I
love
love that show.
Same even with Gilbert
imagine
Gottfried. I
me
would have
in
been
full-
doing that too for a second.
Can we convince somebody? Can we just? I need to take this off of the screen. Can we? Okay, but you know the voice though. Can we convince a king to do maybe a Gilbert Gottfried bit, because that to me would be fantastic and potentially distasteful because his recent passing, but he was distasteful and reveled in it. So I feel like it would be like a tribute, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's a lot of tribute.
Yes. So those, I feel like those were kind of lame. Now we've wasted them.
They're wasted.
So that was a fun game. I have to go with the blister on this blister zit thing, for the mere fact that it looks less frightening, and at the end of the day it looks like water.
And to be honest, you get less blisters, I'm sure, than zits. I'm sure you're right. So
well, this is just a one-time thing.
I think this is a one-off. Like,
this is not
like
like
when
all
you
the
have
rest
to
of your
go on a
life.
game
Like,
show and like eat a roach to win money or something. This would be one of those situations.
yeah.
Oh, this was a stupid one. I guess I'll share this one because we were just talking a little filthy moments ago. Give up sex for a year or your cell phone for a year. I mean, I love my cell phone.
I know.
I do a lot with my cell phone, so that's hard. But
I can do
awesome.
a lot of cell phone shit on my computer. So I feel like
right.
I'm not giving up sex for a year. That's not happening.
Right.
yeah.
I'm too much of a hoe, but also I'm on my phone all the time.
Not voluntarily. I'm not voluntarily. Not as a I'm not volunteering as tribute on that one at all.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I would give my
bye phone. Everybody's like
Right.
cell phone.
Yeah,
like a nice break.
Sex completely or just with someone? I mean, it doesn't say, but I'm gonna go completely.
Yeah, because to
Like,
make it pretty,
if you're gonna lose your whole cell phone,
severe, yeah, it's gotta be.
Bye bye.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just be like, because I grew up in the 80s. So I feel like if it would be a minute where I would go through like the withdrawals. I think we all would. I think we would all go, if we gave up our phone, we would go through withdrawals like drug addicts.
No, and that's the thing. It really is.
It's a thing. It's a thing. We would go through like
temper tantrums out.
Yeah, you would be angry.
Right.
You would be angry. I don't understand how do you guys watch The Circle at all?
Yes.
Have you finished watching? Wait, MJ, have you finished watching it? It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we haven't.
I did.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. I will not spoil anything.
No, I did watch it.
This season is my favorite season.
Such a good season.
It's
so far.
such a good season. I fell in love with Frank immediately.
I know.
Yes.
I fell in love with Frank immediately. I rooted for him until the very fucking end. So just so you know, yeah, he's in the top. But if you haven't made it that far, I can't help you. So that's a little spoiler, but I'm sorry about that. But
You're good.
but I rooted for him all the way through the show. And I loved him so much. And I also loved, what was her name?
Yuling.
Yuling. I loved
her style. Oh my God,
her makeup.
I know. God.
Right.
I want to copy some of her looks now.
I was like the precision.
Those swirls. Oh my God, the swirls.
Oh my God. She has so much line precision in her eye makeup. It's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all I would do too if I was sitting there. I'd be like doing like things to my nail, like for the rest. Like
right?
all they're doing is sitting there. I'll do a puzzle.
I'm stealing from her. I am totally corset, baggy pants. That was so 90s of her. I am stealing that. I'm stealing it back because that's my
like I would dress so extra.
I loved her, but I don't know where I was going with that. I was going somewhere with that.
The phone thingy.
Oh, the phone thing. I don't know how how are they not going through like legitimate withdrawal? Do they just keep them so busy with those alerts? Do you think? I mean,
probably just keep them on their toes so they don't think about it.
I just don't know. Some of them are doing puzzles though.
That's right,
Not
puzzle.
doing puzzles.
I
and
mean, for
going over their
me-
notes. I mean, some of them are sitting there straight strategizing.
Strategizing. For
building,
me-
like building like webs behind them, and
There'd be
Or
like
writing down
a
a whole bunch of notes. Yeah.
Like, I feel like there'd be like a whole day where I'm just like having to get over phone withdrawal. Like, I can't check my phone. What am I going to do with myself? Puzzles are boring. Like, I would just be like so not into doing any of the things that I brought to entertain myself or that were
I don't
given.
know. I'm like, there better be weed. Like that's the only
Yes,
thing
that was
can
the
ever
other
go on
thing.
that show
Like, they get
without
to
there
drink
being
wine and
weed,
shit
like-
and champagne. They get wine and champagne.
They get
I'm
to
like,
drink. Yeah, they
yo.
definitely get to drink.
Yo, I'll come on the show. I'll come on the show, but I need, look, blunts are important to me. I'll go out at the hot tub and smoke them, but I'm
Right.
gonna smoke blunts. I'm gonna smoke blunts. I
Right.
might leave blunts for
Yeah,
other
you don't have to record
contestants.
me smoking blunts, but you can. I'm there. There's definitely going to be
But
blunts.
they'll be out at the hot tub like, what the fuck is this?
So, like we're gonna we want to be her camera crew. We're gonna go with her.
You want to be on my camera crew because I'm handing out blunts to every. If I make me one, I made you one.
Like Snoop Dogg.
It's real. It's real.
It's a lot of talking to yourself, I bet. You know, like in the mirror. I bet. Like,
So-
you get to know yourself really well. Like,
would you guys go on audience too? Would you guys go on the circle as yourself or somebody else?
As myself.
I'd be myself too, honestly.
I would
I'd
go
feel
as
like
myself.
better that way.
I feel like that's a consensus here. What about y'all in the comments? Would you if you could catfish and nobody found you out, like you could literally just live your life behind this other profile on a show like The Circle, would you go as yourself or would you go as somebody else? I would go as myself because my personality is banging.
Yeah.
if I were to go as somebody else, I would go as my sister. I think I could pass myself off as my sister.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But
she's the total opposite of me, a mother of two, like
yeah,
two years older than
give
me,
you.
but like, you know, conservative. Like I could totally.
I
go.
think I've only seen well, we saw a catfish win in season 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I think in the other seasons, like the being yourself thing is what really, like, I went back and watched season 1 because I don't know how I missed it, but I didn't ever watch season 1. So I went back and watched season 1. If you've not seen season 1, you about to get spoilers. Okay. But I went back and watched season 1, and the guy that was like he wasn't even on social media. They gave that bitch a nickname like right away. They like he was super genuine, and they even questioned about his genuineness, but his genuineness like won out, and he ended up winning the whole show at the end of it. What was his name? Shoebomb. Shoebomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that basketball player kept calling him Shazam, and it was like driving me crazy. or something like that. He was calling him completely different name, but like, yeah, they gave him a nickname right away. Everybody trusted him.
Or something.
Shuby.
Yeah.
They were calling him Shuby through the whole show. They were so excited when he was the real deal. Like they were super excited to see that he was real.
Yeah.
And honestly, on that first season, everybody was real except for one person that made it to the finale, and I feel like everybody cold shouldered that person. Everybody's like, "Oh no, we thought you were real." Like they were upset.
Yeah.
They were upset. Would you go as completely yourself, or because like some people go as themselves, but then they're like, single people get more play. So I'm gonna be single, and I have the full support of my significant other to pretend to be single on this show.
I mean, I'm single, so yeah, totally.
No, but if you're
like,
not, but if you're not, say if you're not, say if you're not, say if you're with
No.
somebody.
No, I would have to. No, I would have to play up my personality, like all my, because I'm pretty boring when I'm not. When I'm just sit on my couch a lot when I'm not.
I'll do nothing. This is perfect.
Yeah, like I'm a hermit when I'm home. And not hiking or not, hanging with my dog and
yeah.
And
you would just have to be like, this is what I do every day.
No.
This is what I do every day, and then put like a picture of you snowboarding or something. Yeah. I don't know what I would do because, I don't know what I would do. I would go because I feel like my life is interesting. In that space and in that aspect. So I feel like I would just use the real story.
Exactly. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
All right, but unfortunately we have to go.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're getting ready to roll up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate and send us all of your information and we will make sure we post it on our social media.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Great.
I
enjoy all your events.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
That's
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
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 Yay, this was a great show. We had so much fun. I'm glad that they hung out for a little while longer because that last little banter was really, really a good time. You guys, we're going to post all of the stuff as soon as we get it from them on our Facebook page so that you can follow them on social media and find out where their events are if you're nearby. If you're visiting the area, Durango is a pretty touristy town. So a lot of people visit here. If you're planning a trip to Durango, definitely check out some of these shows. Farmington is a little 45-minute jaunt from Durango. So it's not even, especially if you're like, I mean, I know you have this experience too, MJ, but like I came to Durango from Virginia Beach. We had to drive 30 to 45 minutes to get to anything. Like my best friend's house was 20 minutes away. The furthest anything is in Durango is 20 minutes. Generally, the furthest, and that's just outside of the grid on both sides. You could pretty much get, outside of construction, you can pretty much get around Durango in a good 15 minutes to get where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to collect all the towns where I am now. It's collected all, mileage wise or whatever, but it's easier to just refer to it as the Eagle County, because it encompasses all the small towns.
You guys are kind of spread out, a little bit.
Expansion and farms and mountains in between or whatever. But
right. But if when we go to Denver for, let's say, it takes 20 minutes to get anywhere.
5 miles down the road.
Anywhere. If you're going 5 miles down the road, it's a 20-minute drive. That's not even
Give yourself 30. Give yourself 30 because you got to find parking.
That's not even a joke. 7 minutes takes 30 minutes, and it's 7 miles takes 30 minutes because there's a stoplight and then the traffic contributing with the stoplight
and parking,
etc. Yeah.
It's and that is the thing is Denver does have great, I feel like great public transit if you know how to use it.
Yes.
I am scared of it, but I know people that just rock the shit out of it. So it's quite possible to adapt without a car or having to use your car all the time.
Kelly, I just saw Kelly's comment. She said I would forget to be single and say something. She would forget she was single and say something about her husband. I would too. That's why I wouldn't play somebody else or pretend to be somebody I'm not, because I would slip up. I would be like, did I tell this? And then because I'm high too, because I would insist on being high, I would really fuck it up. I would be like, did I tell this person that, or did I tell, I would get confused.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't write it down.
Better for me too. It's because
I would get confused with the lie, but I would be straight with the truth. I would understand the truth backwards and forwards, but I will fuck up the lie. Yeah, I'll feed the dogs tonight. Apparently there's a bad accident just outside of Pagosa Springs. So if you are listening to me from this area, be careful. Be careful out there in general, you guys. There have been like 4 really bad head-on accidents in the last 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks in Durango, like bad, or in and around, I should say. Not in Durango, but like in and around. I saw one on the way to Cortez the other day. That was last weekend. On his way home, he saw a bad accident the day before that. And then he saw another bad accident, I think this morning. Was it this morning? And then this one. I want to say, yeah, it's been bad around here. Like, what are y'all doing? Be careful out there. You're still driving a motor vehicle.
My friend posted an Amazon Prime truck on fire, like just down the road from me a couple weeks ago. Like,
also be careful with the food that you're eating. I feel like everything's getting recalled.
oh no.
Like, the world's going crazy. They had a shooting in Tulsa at a medical center. Why? Why at a medical center? Why at all? But why at a medical center? Yeah, there was a strawberry recall from strawberries from March and April, which, unless you froze them, they're gone. And people got which hepatitis?
A.
Hepatitis A. Can I get a description of the shooter? Because I just don't understand what's happening. Like, I really feel like the metal shavings, not just the tuna, what was the thing? Like a some kind of produce had metal shavings in it. Just, I mean, come on. What's happening? The world's going crazy.
Where there's where all these regulations that exist, and then the ones that just don't, and or are ignored or unregulated.
They pay to be ignored.
Right. Everything, everyone's for sale, right? To be bought.
Yeah. Anyway, well, y'all. Listen. Think about this while we're gone. Would you rather have like really big arms and skinny legs, or really big legs and skinny arms? Like skinny.
So we're talking like and I know these are cartoon references because I don't know.
This is what you think about while we're gone. We're gonna put this one into the Spotify. This is gonna be the Spotify one. So go to the Spotify when you see this episode posted. And answer, would you rather, it says, would you rather have very fat arms with skinny legs, or very skinny arms with fat legs? So like big arms and teeny legs, or teeny arms and big legs. Now think about that. We're going to put it in the Spotify. So go check out this episode on Spotify. Tell your friends about it, and we'll let you know. I think I can look at the poll results. I'm pretty sure I can. So hopefully we'll let you know what the poll results came back with.
And we'll answer that question.
And we'll answer that question for you on Monday. Do we have a guest on Monday? Yes.
We are supposed to have Nicholas and Chris from Connectify, which is a cannabis social media connection site. And
yeah, that's awesome. Oh, you guys, tell all your friends about this one. Tell all your TikTok friends about this one. You know I can't post it. But tell all your TikTok friends. Maybe I'll find a way to post this. And you guys know they kicked me off for bullying and harassment the other day. I didn't bully and harass nobody. I wasn't even talking to y'all. on the TikTok. Anyways, be nice to yourself. Make sure that you put your mask on before assisting others. It's very important. Take care of yourself.
Yes, yes. Cultivate love and bring it to you. You deserve it.
You do deserve it.
And
Stay
as
lifted.
always, stay lifted.
Stay lifted. We'll see y'all on Monday. Have a great weekend. We love y'all.